Do you have any practices or rituals that you can share for developing a relationship with the moon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
let's hear one. Yeah, Amanda, my wife, would really love to hear that too. So
So I'm just going to take 1 second and say, yeah, this book, the longest chapter in it is Moon Magic. Um,
okay, good to know.
yeah, but yeah, for me, the practice I've done the most consistently in the last 35 years um, is setting intention at the new moon
Yeah.
and practicing that intention as the moon. So the practice. I also have a moon meditation people can download from my site that can be helpful. But essentially, it's this, and it's written out in the book. Essentially, though, it's simply this: go into meditation right around the time of the new moon, which happens every single month. Right, it has to be guided towards something it's time for you, a practice, right? It could be an inward thing, an outward thing, and then do it, right? And then practice that intention. And so it's a really cool thing because what you want to do is um, you want to grow this practice as much as you can. And it's only 2 weeks until the full moon. So you bring it to whatever degree of fullness it is. I'm going to just throw out any example. Let's say your intention is, I'm going to speak up for myself. Let's just imagine somebody's challenged with that. And so you bring it to whatever degree of fullness you can by that full moon. And maybe you realize it's full moon and you've completely not done it at all, or maybe you've ventured into it a little, or maybe you've done it and whatever, be kind, be compassionate. And then at the full moon to the new moon, your work, if you will, is to integrate, like, whatever degree you've put it out into the world, how has that shifted you? How are you embodying that? And then in a way, like with the moon, I like to imagine that as the moon is going from brighter to darker, that light is a little bit coming into me each night, right? That there's less light there. It's because it's coming in and making that. And I say, practice the intention, something that you want to be working on, right? We could probably find a better word than working on, tending to. And then that will bring you all the way back to the next dark moon, right? The next seed planting time, right? So you plant a seed at the moon in your imagination, right? Then you let that little plant grow as much as it can up till the full moon. And then the second half again is embodying. Who am I, having practiced this? I mean, once I did a kind of funny one that was very revealing to me. It's not a typical one for me. I usually do more inward, but I just think this moon, my practice is I'm not going to interrupt anyone.
How'd that go?
Right? It was really telling how often I did.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful practice in listening, right? And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've done so many over so many months, and it's a beautiful. So the work with the moon, I just couldn't recommend it more highly because it helps awaken your intuitive senses. Yeah, and it's like the solar is our outer connectedness, right? And the lunar is our inner, our inner telepathic, right, connection with each other and all things invisible, really.
Thank you for sharing. And dear listener, that's your homework. So come up with an intention. And when the new moon comes, try this exercise out that Rob and Rose shared.